Hello everyone, this is the presentation time of our fifth group. Our research topic is how to gain customer trust by internet car sharing platform. Taking Didi sharing economic model as an example, there are 5 people in our group. They are Liu Fangru, Zhuo Ziyue, Xu Xinke, Xingyu, Li Yuanhao. Next page.
In the 21st century, as the internet is developing rapidly, network information interaction has become more convenient and extensive, and online communities have more emerged. Then came the shared economy platforms such as Uber, which gather the idea resources in the society and need of demanders on the platform. There has also been breakthroughs in the field of technology. The area of technology as DD continues to strengthen the research and development in personal and navigation technology and big data computing technology. And since the existing research direction is to find each part of the sharing economy behavior, the intermediate side, supply side, and demand side, and which influencing factor among the three parties contributes more to overall economy behavior. Our analysis incorporates some functional intermediaries on the supply side to look for ways to influence customer trust. And we will talk about research questions. What factors will affect customer trust of the ride-hailing companies, and what factors are more important for ride-hailing companies, and what kind of behavior will enable ride-hailing companies to control ways to increase customer trust. Okay, and through our research, we summarize the following 5 variables that affect customer trust: security, efficiency, service performance, value judgment, and customer service and user feedback. We will research these 5 variables and explain how they affect customers' trust and how can experts take actions to improve these 5 variables and improve customer trust. And from the perspective of the interface, summarize the method that can be widely applied, which can dispel the user's guard and enhance the user's experience and improve the user satisfaction and trust. Okay, next person, please.
Okay, 2.1. Didi is a leader in the field of ride-hailing in China. Is far ahead in the number of users and the most user ride-hailing company in the world. But in the 3 months since 2018, 2 female students were something bad happens in Didi. Speak a heated discussion on the social media. In fact, travel percentage should unconditionally trust the driver, but there are few difficult in the production of drivers. 2.2. Complete online car service from finding a right driver and a driver exception order. High information transmission in front number more drivers to compute more information when looking nearby. They are on the willing to read. When percentage find the driver to get on the car, a negative system will quickly the win. Next page, please.
Now let's turn to next page. Firstly, for service performance, consumers' trust in emphasize is one of the important factors affecting the sharing economy. According to research surveys, performance is one of the factors that affect trust. For example, Didi is superior to other companies in the same industry in terms of service efficiency. So consumers will consider Didi more when choosing taxi hiring software, which can improve performance and income for Didi. In addition, another study shows that a service providers' behavior, communication, care, attitude, and attire all attract consumers' perception of a business. For example, Didi offers special service for consumers with reduced mobility that other companies don't. So consumers can avoid wasting time, reduce the impact of inconvenience, and allows consumers to enjoy services with peace of mind. For value judgment, it directly attracts consumer trust. If consumers feel that the value judgment of a company or a product is poor, then this will affect the consumer's choice of service. For example, Didi provides high value to consumers, which means that Didi's service method can make consumers feel high value more than other providers. Also, understanding value judgment is important to trust. They are so closely related as linear equations. For example, Didi's ads promote the company's value to consumers when they claim in advertisement that the service and the vehicles they choose are better. The value judgment of consumers will change accordingly, and they will choose Didi. Next person.
Okay. Customer service is the last link in the whole travel process, and smoothly solving customers' problems will narrow the distance between the platform and customers. And our survey shows that more people will choose real-time human customer service, but if the human customer service need feedback within a few working days, then they are more willing to choose AI service. And therefore, timeliness is the most important consideration in addition to properly solving customer problems. Okay, next page, please.
About hypotheses. In this study, we have analyzed Didi in detail and decided to conduct a detailed study from the perspective of customer trust of Didi. And for customer trust, we have made the following research hypotheses. So we will infer out 6 hypotheses. One is the safety factor of Didi affect customer trust. 2 is the efficiency of Didi can affect customer trust. 3 is the survey performance affect customer trust. 4 is the value judgment can affect customer trust in Didi. 5 is customer survey intervention or customer feedback can affect the trust of Didi customer. 6 customer satisfaction can affect the trust of Didi customer. Next page.
Okay.
In terms of our theoretical framework, each one means the independent variable safety affects the dependent variable customer satisfaction. The improvement of Didi safety will make customers feel more comfortable when riding Didi and increase customer satisfaction. H2 means the efficiency affects customer trust. The efficiency of Didi increased and the customer feel better about using Didi. So the satisfaction of customer with Didi increased. H3 means the survey performance affect customer satisfaction. This make Didi service better. Customer experience become better and that customer satisfaction increased. H4 means the value judgment will influence customer satisfied, make a customer feel good about Didi, which can influence the value judgment of customer, and the customer satisfaction will be increased. H5 means customer survey intervention or customer feedback affects the relationship with customer. Didi handle customer problem well, and the relationship between Didi and the customer become better. H6 means customer satisfaction affect the customer trust. Customer who have a good experience with Didi, that is, they are satisfied with Didi. So customer will choose to use Didi first in their next online car. That's creating trust in Didi. H7 means the relationship with customer affect the customer trust. If Didi can handle the relationship with customer well, then customer will feel good about Didi, use Didi more often, and have more trust in Didi. Next page.
Okay. Quantitative research is a research method that conducts research by examining the quality of things. Problem require quantitative expression. The DDV study has many variables, which can be backed up by data through the questionnaires and the customer feedback. We have carefully designed the questions of the questionnaire. We adjusted variables through discussion and research, and have obtained the results we want. Okay, next page. Our logic and techniques for processing variables and data takes the form of a questionnaire with the topics. Question one. When you want to use your new online ride-hailing software, what are your priorities to ensure it has the most complete functionality? Question two. When you travel, which trip mode do you prefer? Question three. When you choose a new ride-hailing software, what options do you want it to have in the terms of details? Number four. When you choose customer service for online ride-hailing software, do you prefer to use human service or AI service? Our questions are mostly described on the internet and are open-ended and selective. Open-ended questions are about finding more factors and variables that influence customers' trust. Selectivity is comparing the importance of different variables and confirming whether a variable can increase or decrease affect customer trust over a long period of time. And the results are shown in the picture. Okay, next page. In research methods and templates, we searched for papers on Google Scholar. This paper from aspect of value concretion, customers' satisfaction, and user loyalty, which is also the idea of our paper. The paper mentions that in order to better improve users' loyalty, user service must be satisfied. Customers also care more about the service they receive during their ride. The higher the sense of value customers experience in the process, the higher the customer satisfaction. The results shows that for companies, these factors all come from drivers. Therefore, the quality and ability of the driver determines the satisfaction of user and the success of the company. Okay, that's all. Thank you.